Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I know everybody's probably going psycho on him. You know what? Oh, you're not going to believe this. A beautiful blue jay just landed right next to me here on my side entrance of the yard. I'll tell you this much. As I said, I'm always part of the coffee each and every time. This is going to be a very short episode. I figure since a certain Canadian individual hasn't come on yet, if they're even going to today, I just thought I'd come on here and basically say morning to you. Maybe for about a half an hour. Just something really, really short for you guys to look forward to. Because like I said, I'm really not a morning person, but I just felt like I wanted to give you guys a small amount of my time, and because I love seeing you guys and hearing from you when I can anyway, knowing that it's Thursday. So yeah, beautiful blue jay just flew away. I'll tell you, sometimes not only like Ringo do you got to stop and smell the roses, you got to kind of appreciate nature once in a while too. I certainly. Oh, is Mazzy covered for Rach? Well, good for Maz. I have no problem with Maz. I like Maz. It's the other one I'm not a big fan of. By the way, good morning to you out there in Texas. Speaking of that, boy, oh boy, I cannot remember. I feel so stupid here, okay? But somebody in Texas, just in the last couple days, found this really nice thrift store find. And I'm like, that's great. And I'll tell you this much, Dave, am I right on this? Is it Dave? My memory's not really so good, Dave, okay? I got to get down to Texas eventually. I keep saying this. I live here in Northwest Arkansas. We've discussed this. For 15 years now, I've lived down here. Some say why. Okay, David, sorry, thank you. Yeah, I think Mazzy's really decent too, to be honest with you. I really like him. It's the other one I'm not a big fan of. He could go away anytime. Thank you. So I want to go stop down, of all places. I mean, I want to visit a handful of places in Texas, but I want to go to Canton, Texas. And I know that you're probably thinking, you're going, well, why? Unless you already know where I'm going on this. Oh, Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay. I know there was several times that me and my bestie, cat lady, we were going to go down to concerts over in Dallas, Fort Worth, and all that other stuff. And, we just somehow never got around to it, to be honest with you. I know my late wife was alive. We were going to go make a Texas trip just because. And I need to go off and make a trip just because. Just so I could say I've been to Texas. Yeah, see, now, Canton, the reason why, and I know this is going to sound really dumb to some of you people out there, and Canton wouldn't have been on my radar if it wasn't for one thing. So, as the people that watch my channel normally know, I see I left the door to the washer open. Oh, well. So, I like watching old, dumb. I like the classic horror movies, right? The Universal Monsters and a few other ones. But I like watching, because Svengoolie's always been my favorite, always, okay? But I'll say this, I really am starting to get an appreciation for the Ghoul, who was in Detroit, Cleveland. He seemed to be a bit of fun. But Sven's always going to be my guy, right? But in Texas, and maybe, David, you're now going to know what I'm talking about here, there was a channel called Harvey's Festival of Fear, and they used to air it on Retro TV. I'm led to believe they don't anymore, because for some reason I tried looking for it the last couple times over the last few months. I know Harvey shut down production in 2019, and I guess one of the cast members has also died since then. But they're talking about maybe coming back briefly to do a wrap-up. Yeah, Svengooli from Chicago, that's right. I'm so old that I barely remember Screaming Yellow Theater, which was the original Svengooli, Jerry G. Bishop. And And if you guys don't know who I'm talking about out there, go look him up on YouTube. Just look up Svengoolie Screaming Yellow Theater, and then you're going to see what the original Svengoolie looked like for 1970 to 73. But I barely remember him when I was a kid. That's when I started watching this kind of stuff. I watched that. I watched Creature Features. Okay, Channel 9 had Creature Features in the early 70s, all right? And then around the time before Son of Svengoolie pops up, we get a thing out of Channel 44 called Monster Rally. And we ended up getting that, then Son of Svengoolie, and then they would, for about a year or two, they would be together on their channels doing their own thing. So I loved. Oh, is that right? Oh, isn't that cool? See, you, my friend, were probably a DJ in Chicago than I was. Unfortunately, I only ended up on a 5,000 watt college station in downtown because I went to Columbia College. That's right. Hello there. Hello, Mikey. I normally don't go off and, yep, WGN Channel 9 before the Superstation whole thing. There, you are correct. That was UHF Channel 44, which would end up not too long after that being one of the on-TV channels, which was a concept in the late 70s, early 80s on pay TV, which, of course, was the excuse to host certain sporting events and AKA softcore porn. Yeah. Oh, no kidding, you're on fire? Listen, Dave, are you on the Facebook group for that channel? There's a Facebook group on that channel. Seriously, where the heck is the May weather? It's like 44 here in Tennessee. Grr. You know what? We are getting, it's 72 today here, but going to be raining all day. They're calling for 90 on Saturday. 90, I'm like, too early for that. Oh, wait, I thought this was the weather. Next up, tornadoes in, I don't know, tornadoes in Toulouse. Now I'll piss off my audience in Toulouse like I had an audience. Yeah, oh God, I feel so stupid right now. But there is a channel for WFYR, but I would say, geez. Look up Ken Voss, VOSS. He has an Illinois rock music page, okay? And sometimes they'll do stations from back then, and then you can find the group that way, maybe, okay? Yeah, I wish I could do that like George Carlin. Tonight's forecast, dark. Continued, mostly dark. Turning to widely scared light in the morning, man. You know, I loved his stuff. Oh my God. Okay, Indian Sergeant. I love the Indian Sergeant sketch. Oh my God. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you're already laughing. If not, go look up George Carlin Indian Sergeant sketch, and you're gonna. That was before he went blue, and the man had the chops. He had the comedic chops. If I remember correctly, he did something similar for Chris Columbus in that point frame here. But yeah, so so I just want. This is going to be a little bit of a commercial, I guess, because it's on here. It could be an infomercial. The weather should be dominated by a Canadian low, not to be confused with a Mexican high. Speaking of that, Cheech Marin. Yeah, Cheech Marin visited our town 2 weeks ago. He was here for 2 days, and he was the keynote guest speaker at Crystal Bridges, which is a museum in Bentonville. And he was the keynote speaker for the artist Diego Rivera. Seriously, Cheech Marin. And you know who was also near, about maybe 30 minutes away? He was in Eastern Oklahoma and then came into Siloam Springs. Henry Winkler. I think he was filming something, but I'm not sure what. Hey. I like Cheech and Chong. I do. So, if you haven't seen it already, I know I'm a little behind in the times sometimes, but there was various reasons as to why some of my review product didn't exactly get here when I wanted it to be. I posted the Peter Tork CD EP, This Stuff Never Gets Old, on what number is this chip? 7A Records, that's right. So we've got a review on that. I posted that yesterday evening, along with some people commented on the last Jukebox from Hell, which of course was Contraband. We showed that last time, but we had some people go off due to, and I'm not kidding, I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. Yeah, see, exactly. But my batteries ran out. I film my review episodes on digital camera as opposed to doing these broadcasts through the tablet. I hope everybody can hear me pretty decent today. You know, I tried to go on our Canadian compadres channel for 2 seconds the other day, and there was still damn echo. I'm getting pissed off about that crap. I'm not sure why there was echo. I am not an audiologist, ladies and gentlemen. I just try to do the stuff I do here. So, in the Contraband episode that I showed, which if you haven't seen that, go check that out. I think you might be interested in that. I also left a nice video bonus in the comments there with the interview to Richard Black, who was the singer of Contraband and Shark Island. So this is what we're going to be reviewing, because like I said, I did not mean to only show it for literally 2 seconds, but we're going to be going after the Tubes' 1985 Love Bomb. Now, saying that, Grant's Rock Warehouse went and did an episode, a forum episode on this weeks ago, okay? Now, originally, what you maybe don't know, guys, is that Jukebox from Hell is done in seasons of 10 episodes. That's what we're doing. Kind of like a VC Vinyl Dark Side of the Ring type thing. You know how they do 8 to 10 episodes a season? Well, we're going to do 10 episodes per season of Jukebox from Hell, especially since I've got personal health issue things to deal with later in May, so we'll be taking a few weeks off on the Jukebox from Hell bit, but episode 9 will be this. This was originally going to be episode 3, because I had everything all up in a queue, and then Grant, well, I mean, it's not like Grant knew, but I'm like, damn it, Grant's going to post this, and so I pulled that and just switched around. But this album here, from 1985, the review episode will drop tomorrow, along with, you guys to know this, a video bonus of a interview with Fee Waybill, okay, from John Bowden, Rock History, you know, the cool guy up in Canada. There can be cool people in Canada. He's one of them. Oh boy, I feel like a 20-year-old. Only problem is there's around. But you know, Milty had what, thousands and thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of jokes. We won't even talk about his appendage. Too early to talk about his appendage today. I don't even want to think about it. I will tell you this though. One of my least favorite Saturday Night Live episodes was when Uncle Milty was on. I don't know whose idea it was to put Milton Berle on SNL with the original, Not Ready for Primetime Players. I don't know whose idea back then. Maybe it was Lorne Michaels. God knows. I mean, he did pretty much control this stuff. I did always get a kick out of Milton's cameo. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I've never seen The Bellboy. I don't know what it is about Jerry Lewis's movies. I saw Nutty Professor. I do remember that. I cannot remember if I've seen anything else. I really don't. I'd have to go back and watch them, I guess, if I wanted to. And look, here's another one of my favorite gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Doug Fields from the Vinyl Grotto Radio Show, or at least his channel here in the BC. You need to make some videos, Doug. Doug's a very busy man. I'm just giving him shit. Jerry was my comedy hero as a kid. Always had to see his newest movie when I was 10 to 12. Well, I get it. I get it. You know, I do. I remember when he was on SNL. Jerry Lewis was on SNL. I remember that bit, and I heard stories from different people on that cast that he was just an obnoxious ass, and I think he only got along with one person. But then again, I guess we could say the same thing about Chevy Chase. He was, you know, original cast member, of course, who was in the first season, and if I remember correctly, 4 to 5 episodes of season 2 of SNL. And then, you know, all the stories there. And of course, his Nutty Professor, isn't it? Yes. Oh, there you go. If I ever want to do a Jerry-like impression, which it really isn't, I will randomly, pardon if this gets loud for a second, I will randomly go, Ricky Flavin! That's what I just do for my Jerry, which is really horrible. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this short little broadcast is dedicated to Mr. Gordon Lightfoot and Tim Bachman from Bachman Turner Overdrive, both who passed away this week. They're all getting up there. You know, I'll tell you something. I always liked Gordo. If you could read my mind, love, what a story my thoughts would tell. Anyways, and I have used the song Beautiful in a mixtape or two to whoever my girlfriend was at the time. God, I'm a man whore. Okay, I used to be a man whore. I behaved myself a lot, I think, over the last couple of years. But I know that one of the last times he came around here was Springfield, Missouri, over at the Gillies. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, or the Gillies. And I so wanted to go. And the tickets were not that ridiculously priced. It's just, it's 2 hours away from here. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get up there. Now, if he was at Walton Arts Center, I would have jumped at the chance for sure. When I lived up in Illinois, I almost did a knee-jerk trip to Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Yeah, he was performing there. There was a beautiful little theater up there. It could hold a couple hundred people, and he was performing there. It's just like, wow, I would have loved to have seen Gordo live at least once. And yes, okay, my favorite Lightfoot song is still Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. That comes on the radio station here once in a while, and I'll turn that one up for sure and sing along, because yes, I do know the majority of the words to that. But like I said, sometimes the station will be Beautiful or Sundown, which is another beautiful song too. I'm going to Connecticut soon to spend a week with my buddy. Check out the high-end audio shops. There's a baby a record store. You know what? You should. That sounds like really good. My girlfriend, Carol, please keep her in your prayers. Surgery is in less than 2 weeks. After she gets through that, Lord willing, and has some healing downtime, we are going to look at, well, possibly trying to, we might go up there to Chicagoland to go visit my mom. That's not an official promise yet, but I mean, we're looking at that. So it'll be if we do get to go up to Chicago area, it'll be the first time in 3 years since I've been up there. I miss my mom. I really, really do. I wish she was living down here. I tried on and off over the last, well, since Dad at least, so Yeah, you know what? Oh, ouch. Oh, 20 grand. Man, oh man. You know, Vinyl Grotto here could tell you about a story about his friend John. What was it? A $50,000, your buddy John spent 50 on a stereo system with gold cables. Am I right about this, Doug? See if you could type something really quick in for Manny, aka Manoff, aka Mike here, because yeah. Doug's got a high-end friend also. Must be nice, you know, to be able to throw around. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. 100 grand, and we're not talking the candy bar from Nestle. Oh, silver cables. Why did I think it was gold? Who brought up somehow about gold? Like not gold-plated, gold contact? I could have sworn somebody I knew had like gold something for the cable. I'm like, if I had $100,000, I'm sorry, I would not be spending it on an audiophile system. Okay, I just wouldn't. It's called bills. Get myself a place to live, or at least a decent car. Put the rest of the money in the bank, and then, like, you know what? If you still want to spend money on records, it's like, okay, here's your weekly $20 record allowance. Now, I know people are laughing, going, $20? You'd be amazed what you could get for $20. Now, I mean, if there was some high-end record you really, really wanted, you know, shop around, as the Miracles used to say, and Captain and Tennille. See, I almost bought when I said Captain and Tennille. Muskrat Sim. No, we're not going there. I'm just kidding. Muskrat Love. Oh boy. You guys are like, shit. Monster Cable is gold. Okay. Well, I don't recall the brand of the system. Designer would come to your, it was hoity-toity. It is hoity-toity. Prices have really crept up. Yeah, I guess they have. Yeah. Let's see here if I can do this today. I don't know if I can. Sorry. Maybe. This is Don Kashner with Don Cash Rock Concert. Well, next up, we've got Kiss. We've got Black Oak, Arkansas, but up now, Captain and Toenail. Oh, you guys are like, shit, he's already starting the really horrible Don Kirshner. All right, how about this one? Okay, hang on. I was started by coffee each and every time. All right. All right, everybody. This is Don Curley. We're going to have the Whispers are coming up next. The Dramatics with What You See Is What You Get. All right, here on Soul Train. Just like, have you ever seen that bit on SNL? No, normally, like the last 5 to 10 years of Saturday Night Live haven't really been that funny, in my opinion. But there was a really great little bit on there, and you can look it up on YouTube. Just type in SNL's The Rest of Soul Train, and it's just some of that shit. I'm going, oh God. But Triangle Sally, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I need to say. Triangle Sally. But when he had a new album, he'd bring it over here to hear it on my system. Well, that is like a poem. Don Kirshner's Rock Concert. How you doing, Dave? I'm Paul Schaefer. Oh. Mazzy's subbing for Reg. That's all right. I took a peeky, what was it, at the Jazz Bums? Was it yesterday? No, I'm sorry. It was, Wax thinks he's funny. He can do live streams now. I took a peeky on that, though. The jazz content was good from some of the people. We'll give them that. You know, maybe Doug, Vinyl Grotto, go take a peeky over at when Maslow does his jazz stuff, and check out the Jazz Bumps. I think you'd really like it over at that channel there, Doug, to be honest with you. I used to imitate Wolfman Jack in younger years. Today, it'd be a lot of work. It'd be like, crap for the wolf, man. All right, everybody, it's Wolfman Jack. That was the Guess Who. I know, that was so shitty. That almost sounded like Otto the bus driver from The Simpsons. Doing block 2. Yeah, exactly. You know, the first 4 seasons when Belushi and Aykroyd were there, season 5 was okay. And then you get SNL 80. Oh, God. Oh, that's horrible. If you've never seen it, yeah. Say again. You were cutting out. I just was simply saying, when you got time and the Jazz Bums have got a show, go check them up on YouTube, because you might like it. So that's what I was getting at. Jazz Bums. I'll share the channel with you later if you want me to. All right, guys. So we're going to do a quick little wrap up here. Like I said, this was going to be a short one anyway. Right after that, yeah, they did get Eddie Murphy and Joe Piscopo, which I'm glad they did as well. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Like I said, I thought I'd plop this on here. So, like I said, little infomercial. Please like and subscribe me if you haven't done that already, please and thank you. I would like to get to 1,000 eventually. I would. That would be beautiful and very thankful. Go check out my review of Peter Tork, This Stuff Never Gets Old, CD EP on What Number Is This Chip? 7A. That's right, 7A always does. Really, really good products. Expect tomorrow, Shoebox from Hell, episode 9, The Tubes' Love Bomb from 1985, produced by Todd Rundgren. Do I love this love bomb? I don't know, because you're going to have to find out and see when I'm talking about it tomorrow. Episode 10, well, Fox Guy guessed episode 10 is going to be, but the rest of you guys will show it tomorrow. Yep, see, gotta get running. Those black plastic spinning things won't get played by themselves. You're damn right about that bit. All right, guys. I wish I had like the That's All Folks Porky Pig theme. That's all, folks. Always powered by coffee each and every time. You know what? Have a kick-ass morning. Have a good morning, because that's how this works. Good morning, VC Nom. Yes, I'm crazy. Take care, guys. Have a great Thursday.